Hey everyone, my name is Lacey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing a craft using recycled plastic. I found this plastic with a box that looks like this. And you can find these, they hold tomatoes or pastries or maybe the top of a cake. I know a lot of people do this craft using a specific shrink plastic. I did find this on Amazon. I know there's a popular brand called Shrinky Dinks. And I did order some shrink plastic, just hasn't come in yet, so I wanted to show you guys this craft but using a recycled plastic because I think this is something that we can all find pretty easily, and I really like to do recycled crafts. So anyways, I found a link that shows how to do this with recycled plastic, and they said on the plastic there is a triangle, and in the triangle it has a number 6. And this is a type of plastic you need to use. I didn't know this when I started, and I already had cut out all of my plastic, so I hope that I have the right type of plastic, and you guys can let me know what works for you guys. And I think this is a very versatile craft that can be made into a lot of different things like charms, pins, keychains. I thought this would be really fun to do for Mother's Day, and I'm going to show some specific ones that can be used for Mother's Day. I'm not going to actually do these because I've already sent my Mother's Day gift, but I'm going to show you some ideas right now. And yeah, so I think this is a very fun craft to do, and if you like my video, please like and subscribe to see new future videos. I do try to put out a video every week, so please tune in for those as well. And alright, I'm excited to try this out with you guys, so let's do it. Okay everyone, so I have all of these, so I figured we would just try this out. I already drew some little pictures, just little sketches. They're not exactly the greatest, like you can see my eraser smudge, but I think they will work. I just sketched out a few ideas that I got from some clip art online. And these two are from my job, which is Momo and Kobe, so I thought that would be fun to do. I didn't want to do something too detailed because I was afraid that here's my two narwhals, my little Sunday narwhal and a little regular narwhal. I didn't want them to be too detailed because I do have to paint them with my paint markers, and so I was afraid that too many details would be too hard and then it would all get muddled once they shrink. So I tried to keep the designs as simple as possible, and I also did them in different sizes because I do have different sizes of plastic, and then we're going to see which ones come out the best. I think the bigger ones are going to come out the best, but I was afraid they might be too big, and then my little panda, I don't know where it is, but I was afraid it was going to be too small, so we're going to see how it goes. So I'm going to start out by basically tracing these onto the plastic with my paint markers. I think before I get started, I'm actually going to take a piece of tape and tape my plastic down just to make sure it doesn't slip while I am coloring. I think I'm actually going to tape it to the desk instead of to the paper because I want to use these papers later. So I read online that you can use color pencils or regular markers. So if you guys do try any of these out, I would like to see it because I think that could be really cool. Alright, so I did a few layers with this pen, but it was looking a little bit splotchy. I'm not sure if it was because it was on plastic or maybe because these pens aren't really the top quality. I did decide to do a layer of acrylic paint, and anyway, I did hear that you're not supposed to do too many layers, so I didn't want to do like a ton of layers with this pen because I was afraid it would become all muddy, so I just painted a little bit of acrylic on that, so I do hope that turns out okay. And now I'm just gonna fill in like the toppings, and then after the yellow dries I will fill in the face. This pen seems to be going on a lot smoother. I don't know if that's because it's metallic, but it does seem very smooth. This pen is a lot smoother too, so I don't know if it was just my yellow pen, maybe it's going out of ink. So I saw this idea a long time ago and I wanted to do it. My friend told me about it, but recently I did watch a video on a YouTuber named Moriah Elizabeth. If you watched my video on DIY squishies, then I've mentioned her before. I will link up in the iCards above, and I will link Moriah Elizabeth doing these on the Shrinky Dink film below my video. But this specific craft using recycled plastic, I found an example on Pinterest. I had heard of it before, but I wanted like a specific example to go by, and so I will also link that down below. I read that you can leave some space around it when you cut it. I think I'm gonna cut it out the specific shape. Then I'm gonna put this one in the oven. I saw on the video and read on the article that you want to put it in the oven and it's going to start to shrivel up, but then it will after that lie flat, and then you can take it out and it takes approximately 2 minutes. I don't have an oven where you can see inside, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven after the paint dries, and then I will show you guys what happens to it afterward. So I just wanted to try one at a time, so if it goes really badly, maybe I can try something else the next time. Alright, so I am going to do that and then I will be back. Alright, so I finished that. I do love how it came out. It is a lot bigger than I expected. Obviously it can't be a pen. It's almost as big as half of my hand. It's quite big, but we can see that it shrunk quite a bit as well. There's the original compared, and I still love it, and I do want to use it as like an embellishment, or you know, give it to my pen pals. It could be like a bookmark, or I don't know, I think I'm gonna find something fun to use it as. It is a little bit. I tried to like flatten it out with a spatula a bit, but it only worked so much. I did see in Moriah Elizabeth's video that she used Mod Podge Dimensional Magic to kind of give that a seal. You can use a sealer like just regular Mod Podge or Elmer's glue or something like that, but I did love the way that this looked, so I wanted to get it. It was like 17 Canadian dollars for two, or around 12 US dollars. So I'm gonna put a generous amount on there, and then I'm just gonna use a paintbrush to smooth that out. So I think I want to try my narwhal sundae as my second one. I can't do every single one on video, but I can do some of them. Okay everyone, so I had a small technical error, but this is my final product. This is what you missed. So here it is, and after that I went ahead and cut it out, put it in the oven, but I had a small error. So first of all, I had already tried to do a narwhal, the tiny narwhal. Whenever it went into the oven, it got all curled up, but it never straightened out. I tried to leave it in a little extra long just to see if it would. It didn't. I tried to straighten it out with a spatula. I tried sticking something on top of it to try to straighten it out, and it did not. So I'm gonna toss it. So I thought because I used the bigger narwhal that it would be fine, so I put it in, and this time I decided to put something else in at the same time so I could tell if it's just the narwhal, because it does have a fin. So I think the problem is the fin is curling and the fin's not laying back down. So I wanted to put something else in at the same time so I could see when it flattened as a comparison. So I did try it, and I had the same problem where the fin just curled up and it won't flatten. Then I did the same thing. I tried to put it in a little extra long. I tried to flatten it out, and it's just really hard. There's just really nothing I can do about it. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to get rid of my cute little ice cream narwhal. If you guys know how to fix this, then I would be really interested to hear what you guys have to say about that. So the other one that I did at the same time was this little ice cream, and it seemed to come out good, even though the cherry stem is like a tiny bit curled in. I still really love it, and so I'm gonna go ahead and do the dimensional magic on this as well, and then I'm gonna try something else. Alright, I think this is the last one I'm gonna do on video, and then after this I will probably do some of the other ones and show them at the end, so stick around to see that. And I picked this one because I think that since it's kind of short and compact, it's not gonna have any issues baking. Kind of limited in colors, so maybe eventually I will get some more colors to try out for you guys. and I think I'm actually going to do one more for you guys because I do want to make one that will be closer to a pin size. So let me cut this out, put it in the oven, and make one more for you guys. So I actually put two in here. I put a little duck and a panda, and I'm going to go ahead and do both of those and then cut between. Alright everyone, so I finally finished it. We have the cupcake. I really love how this one came out. And we have this one. So I tried using some thicker paint, but ended up not working. I took it off. I used my white marker, but I think it was still a little bit wet. And then in the end, it ended up just looking kind of spotty. I don't know if the dimensional magic can really fix that. And this as well looks pretty good in my opinion. I think the shrink plastic really isn't shrinking as much as I expected it to. I think on Moriah Elizabeth's photo she had a pretty good sized piece of paper like this and it would become really small. So I wonder if it's just the plastic that's doing it. So once I do get the plastic, we will try it out and see if it works better, because this is really the only one that's like small enough to be a pin, whereas I thought these would be like a lot smaller. So I still love them though, and I'm gonna put dimensional magic on them and wait for them to dry and then show them at the end. Hey everyone, and thank you for making it to the end of my video. So I wanted to show all of you the final products, including the ones that I made on video and the ones I made behind the scenes. So I couldn't do all of these on video. Also, I don't think you guys would want to watch me paint all of them on video, but I did show you the stencils beforehand, and I just wanted to show how they all turned out. Some of them really failed, like both of my narwhals, and I also made a Harry Potter, but he also failed. I think that, you know, just some of them, plastic just wasn't the right type of plastic, so they kind of folded up and they did flatten back out. So that's okay. So I'm just going to show you each one. And this was my taco. So I did put dimensional magic on there, but I just wanted to do a really thin layer, which is why I used a paintbrush. I didn't want to use too much because that would have been like half my bottle, and I already used half the bottle like on all of these, so I really didn't want to use like too much, but I did put a little bit on there just to seal it. This came out a lot bigger than I expected, which I think is also due to the plastic. I think with the regular shrink plastic that I bought, hopefully that they turn out a lot smaller, but we're gonna see how it works. I've never tried it before, so I'm excited to try that for you guys. So I did that one. This one is my cupcake. I did put a lot more dimensional magic on there, so it made a nice layer, and I think you guys could see it. I do that like every time. So yeah, it actually kind of made it puffy, almost like a puffy sticker, which I really liked. I like the feeling of that. And I did the little panda on screen. He did come out like, the paint came out a little bit weird, which I think the dimensional magic helped it. But I heard that's because you put too much paint, so it could be that, or maybe because I don't know if the paint was like completely dry when I put it in the oven. And there's my little duck. He went in at the same time and he came out really well, so I was happy with that. I also did a little cat sushi and he looks really cute. I did a little dinosaur and an ice cream cone, and this is a character from my work, which I've talked about before, but it's an online teaching company called Q-Kids. So this is Kobe. His blue came out a little bit splotchy, but I still really like how he came out. I think he's cute, and I think my students are really gonna like him. And yeah, so I also did a little Pikachu that's for my fiance's nephew. I did try the Harry Potter for my fiance's niece, but unfortunately he didn't come out so good, so he got tossed. And last, I made a little Vulpix for my sister. She really likes Vulpix, so I like how they all turned out. And I did want to try a few different things for the backs of these. I haven't tried them yet, but I did want to turn my little panda into a pin like this. So these pins I got 50 of on Amazon for about $9 Canadian, which is about a little less than 7 American dollars. And then I also wanted to use, I have these, call them little cell phone straps, because it used to be phones had like a little cell phone charm holder. Don't know if your phones have any spots for these, but I also think you can just like use it to kind of attach it onto like a purse strap or a backpack or something like that. They're really useful. So I got these on Amazon as well. I got 200 for less than 13 Canadian dollars, which is less than 10 US dollars. And I also got these. I actually got these for crocheting, but since I have a lot of them, I don't know how many came in this pack. It came with like regular keychains, and it also came with like these little swivel clasps like that. And it was about 7 US dollars, which was like less than 10 Canadian dollars. I got this whole pack. And then I also bought this, which I actually got for crocheting also. I haven't opened it yet, but they're clasps and jump rings. I thought the jump rings could be useful as well. And the jump rings were about 15 Canadian dollars, and it was less than 11 US dollars. And there's more than 1,000 in there. So I thought all of these could be really useful. I really like the keychain idea for these. I was just gonna use a little hole punch and like hole punch a hole and put the keychain on. I thought they were really cute. I got a whole set of hole punches. I think there was 10. It was about 15 Canadian dollars, which is like less than 11 American dollars. And I don't have a circle, but this one's a star. I have a lot of these in different shapes, so I was just going to use them to punch a hole and make them into little keychains. So I hope this helps all of you, and if you want to know where I got any of these, I can link below. If not, that's okay too. And I hope that you enjoyed this craft. And if you try it, or you want to give me ideas or suggestions or anything like that, any comments, just post in the comments below. And I'm really excited to hear from you guys. And I'm excited to see what you guys make. So if you do make these, please post a photo below the video. And so thank you for watching this video, and I'm going to see you guys next time. If you have the chance, please like and subscribe to my channel, and then you can see new videos to come. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I post a video every week if I can, so I would love to hear from you guys. Alright, thank you. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Bye. Stay safe, stay healthy.